multiple positions and very versatile, very good with the ball in the hands, and that's how I look at myself for sure.
Nice. Who are we sleeping on next year for Texas A&M?
Say that again?
Who are we sleeping on next year for Texas A&M? Is there a player that you think is going to take that next step?
Man, there's a few of them for sure. I'll say Noah Thomas being one. Micah Tees, he had a great freshman year. You can also look at Shamar Stewart, Shamar Turner. The D-line is probably going to be insane next year. Albert Regis, I know he's going to come in and do his thing. And it's definitely a few other guys. Ruben Owens, it's definitely a lot.
You mentioned Noah Thomas first. What stands out about him?
Man, just his ability to be able to get in and out of cuts. He's more of a taller type receiver, but definitely got hands. Definitely has quick feet. Man, the way he runs his routes is insane to me personally.
Who's the toughest guy you saw in practice every day?
You said what type of guy is he?
Who's the toughest guy you saw in practice every day?
Man, you can say, man, I'm not able to just come down to just one, but I remember going up against battles with Antonio Johnson. We had some great battles every day for sure.
What did Welker say to you that stood out? Anything he said that stood out to you?
You talking about Wes Welker?
Yeah.
Not really anything that has stood out, but he was just saying how, I have kind of reminded me of him, and that was pretty crazy, so for sure.
How much fun, I don't know how much you know about the Dolphins offense, but how much fun do you imagine it would be playing in that offense?
Man, it would be crazy. I know a couple of the guys that are on the offense, Jalen Waddle being one, Vaughn being the other. Grew up playing against Vaughn and stuff like that, so it'll definitely be crazy, especially with Tyreek Hill being on the other side. It'll be wild.
What was your relationship with Devon H?
Man, we was real tight. Growing up, like I said, we had played up against each other all throughout high school. He had went to Fort Bend Marshall. I had went to Fort Bend Dulles, and we had always scrimmaged against each other. So it was like a cool little competitive rivalry, I guess you could say. But at the same time, once he had got to A&M, it was pretty wild to me, just because we had came from the same city, came from the same hood, and it was like, man, we both here doing the same thing that we had always dreamed of. And I remember actually trying to get him, to the school that I was thinking about going, and he wasn't really feeling it, and then we ended up being at the same school, so it was pretty cool.
Another Texas A&M guy in the league, Mike Evans. What do you know about him? What would it be like to team up with him for the next level?
Man, that would be crazy. I don't know if they confirmed the deal of him going to the Texans and whatnot, but I've been hearing rumors about that. If they have, that would be pretty crazy to end up in Houston, back where I'm from, and him being right down the street. And I know Mike Evans is a great person. Met him a few times, and that would be wild for sure.
Have you talked to Tampa Bay this week?
I have not talking to actually. I think I did, and I also talked to him at the Senior Bowl for sure.
An informal meeting this week with Tampa Bay?
Yes, it was.
What did you think?
Panthers yet?
I had talked with the Panthers, yes sir.
What did you think about Nick Canales?
Man, the way that their offense is, I guess you could say the new offense is coming along, I definitely like it. It's more player friendly, and it'll be real enjoyable for sure.
When you look at Bryce Young and what kind of quarterback he can be, again, what he dealt with last year, what do you think you could do paired up with him?
Man, honestly, a lot of things have been said about Bryce Young or whatnot, but the way that he was playing in college was insane, and I have seen it with my own eyes. So I know he's a great player. I know he's definitely going to be somebody that's going to be great in this league, and I'm just willing to see, or I'm just waiting to see when what he really does for sure.
Did you ever talk with Maurice about his experience in Miami?
Yes, we always talk about that. He always just talks about how it's crazy, especially being out there in Miami. It's a lot of distractions, but really just got to stay focused and be a professional.
Have you had a chance to
follow him in the offense?
I have talked with the Texans. That was at the Senior Bowl. And to answer your question, I'd love to play with the Dolphins for sure.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ainias.